The air in the banquet hall clung to my skin, heavy with the scent of lilies and champagne, as Emily's voice sliced through the murmur of our vow renewal guests. I never actually loved you, David. Not even at the start. Her words, sharp as a blade, landed in my chest, and the room spun. A kaleidoscope of shocked gasps, clinking glasses, and her unblinking eyes staring into mine. The silk of her white dress shimmered under the chandelier, mocking the vows we'd just recited. My throat tightened, my pulse hammering in my ears, as I stood frozen. The man who thought he knew his wife of 10 years. The morning had started with sunlight spilling through our bedroom window, painting her auburn hair in hues of fire as she adjusted my tie. Her fingers lingered on my collar, her smile soft, almost wistful. You look perfect, she'd said, her voice warm but distant, like a song played in another room. I'd chalked it up to nerves. Renewing vows was a big deal, wasn't it? A recommitment, a celebration of us. But as I stood there now, her confession echoing in my skull, I realized that distance had been there for months, maybe years, hiding in plain sight. I'd noticed the signs, hadn't I? The late nights at her law firm, her phone angled just out of my view, the way her laughter felt rehearsed when I'd ask about her day. I'd rationalized it all. Stress, long hours, the grind of her partner track. Love makes you blind, or maybe just willfully stupid. I'd ignored the way her eyes darted away when I'd talk about our future. The way her touch felt perfunctory, like a chore. Now, those moments replayed in my mind like a grainy film reel, each frame screaming what I'd refused to see. Why? The word tore from my throat, raw and ragged, as the guests fell silent. My best man, Tom, shifted uncomfortably, his wife clutching his arm. Emily's mother, seated near the front, stared at her daughter, her face a mask of disbelief. I wanted to shake Emily, to demand answers, but my hands trembled at my sides, useless. Her lips parted, then closed, as if she were weighing whether to twist the knife further. I thought I could do it, she said finally, her voice low, almost a whisper, but it carried in the stifling quiet. I thought I could live this life, be the wife you wanted. But I've been lying to myself as much as to you. Her eyes, those hazel eyes I'd once drowned in, were cold now, resolute. I'm in love with someone else. The room tilted. My knees buckled, and I gripped the edge of the table, the linen ruff under my palms. Someone else. The words were a punch, stealing my breath. I saw it then, the late-night texts, the client dinners, the perfume I didn't recognize on her coat. How had I missed it? How had I let myself believe we were fine? Who? I demanded, my voice cracking. The guests were statues, their eyes darting between us, but I didn't care. Let them watch. Let them see my world collapse. Does it matter? She said, her tone sharp now, defensive. It's been going on for a year. I didn't want this to happen, not like this. She glanced at the crowd, her composure faltering for a moment, and I saw it. Guilt, maybe, or shame. But not regret. Not love. A year. A whole year of lies. Of her slipping into our bed after being with him, whoever he was. My mind raced, conjuring images I couldn't unsee. Her laughing with someone else, her hands on someone else, her heart belonging to someone else. Rage surged hot and bitter, but beneath it was something worse. Heartbreak, raw and jagged, splitting me open. I wanted to scream, to tear the room apart, but instead I laughed, a hollow, bitter sound that startled even me. 10 years, Emily. 10 years, and you stand here, in front of everyone, and say you never loved me. My voice rose, shaking. What was I to you? A placeholder? A safety net? Her eyes flickered, and for a moment, I thought she might cry. But she straightened, her jaw set. You were stability. You were good, David. Too good. I didn't deserve you, and I knew it. But I couldn't keep pretending. The words stung, not because they were cruel, but because they were honest. I'd always been the steady one, the one who planned, who fixed things, who loved her even when she pulled away. And now I saw it clearly. I'd been loving a ghost, a version of her that didn't exist. The room was suffocating, the air thick with whispers and pitying glances. I couldn't stay there, couldn't face her or them. I turned, my shoes clicking on the polished floor, and walked out, the weight of her betrayal pressing against my ribs. Outside, the night was crisp, the stars indifferent. I leaned against the brick wall. my breath coming in sharp gasps, and let the tears come. Hot, angry tears that burned my cheeks. But something else stirred in me, something darker. I thought of the years I'd given her, the sacrifices, the dreams we'd built together. I thought of her with him, laughing at my ignorance. And I thought of the USB drive in my briefcase, the one I'd found in her desk drawer last week, labeled Work Backup. I'd almost ignored it, but curiosity, or maybe instinct, had made me check it. Emails, photos, proof of her affair, meticulously documented, as if she wanted to be caught. I hadn't confronted her then. I'd been too afraid, too desperate to believe I was wrong. But now, standing in the cold, I saw my path clearly. Revenge wasn't my style, but justice was. I pulled out my phone, my fingers steady despite the storm in my chest, and forwarded the files to her firm's ethics board. Anonymous, of course. Her career, her reputation, they'd been her true love all along. Let her lose them. Back inside, I heard the murmur of voices, the clink of glasses resuming. Life went on, even as mine shattered. I walked back in, not for her, but for me. I'd face the guests, the questions, the pity. I'd rebuild, piece by piece, without her. And as I stepped through the door, Emily's eyes met mine, wide with something like fear. She didn't know what I'd done, not yet. But she would. And that was enough.